Level 1, the recruit. The door closes behind you. On the table, there is a black pen, a thick file, and a photo of you taken yesterday outside your apartment. The man across from you says, a foreign intelligence service has been watching you for 6 months. You thought you were applying for a government job, a quiet job, a safe job. Now you realize you were already inside the game before you knew the rules. At level 1, you have no power. The system studies you, your family, your debt, your fear, your ego, your weaknesses. They ask if you can lie for your country. You say yes. They ask if you can let someone else suffer to protect a larger mission. This time, you do not answer quickly. That hesitation is recorded. By the end of training, you learn the first rule. Talent gets you noticed, but obedience keeps you alive. You receive your first badge. It does not tell people who you are. It only tells them what you are allowed to know. Level 2, the analyst. You sit in a cold room with 3 screens in front of you. Satellite images, bank transfers, phone records, border crossings, names without faces. At level 2, you do not carry a gun, but one sentence in your report can send armed people to someone's door. One morning, you find a strange payment pattern. 20 small transfers, each under $900, too small to trigger the system, but the dates match an old bombing case. You report it. A team overseas stops a van. Inside, there are no weapons, only medicine, books, and 2 terrified students. You are wrong. No one shouts at you. Your supervisor only says, false alarms have consequences. 2 months later, you hesitate on another warning. This time, the target disappears. 3 days later, an informant is found dead in a hotel room. Now you understand level 2. If you act too fast, innocent people pay. If you wait too long, someone dies. You stop asking for certainty. You start working with probability. And every number begins to feel like a person. Level 3, the targeter. At level 3, you no longer study events. You study people. A minister with gambling debt. A general with a secret bank account. A scientist who feels ignored. A diplomat whose child needs medical treatment in America. You learn the hidden currency of intelligence, not money, leverage. Your first real target is a mid-level official with access to military contracts. He is not evil. He is tired, underpaid, and afraid his daughter will never leave his country. You design the approach. Do not threaten him. Give him a moral excuse. Make him believe betrayal is actually protection. 3 weeks later, he passes the first document. Your report prevents a weapons shipment worth $14 million. You are praised. Then the official asks to stop. He is scared. You recommend continuing. Your reason is clean. Intelligence value remains high. But privately, you know the truth. You have helped build a cage around him. At level 3, you learn that control rarely looks like force. Most of the time, it looks like a choice. Level 4, the case officer. Now you go overseas. Your passport is real. Your name is not. You sleep in hotels where you never fully unpack. You memorize exits before you order food. At level 4, danger is no longer on a screen. It sits across from you. Your asset is a technician inside an enemy security agency. He can access a surveillance server. The data can save political prisoners, journalists, and dissidents. He wants $12,000 and safe passage for his mother. You can pay him. You cannot move his mother yet. He looks at you and asks, "If I help you, will you protect us?" You say, "We will do everything we can." It is not a lie, but it is not the whole truth. 4 months later, he is exposed. There is only one seat in the escape car. You choose him. His mother stays behind. The mission succeeds. 5 prisoners are released because of his data. His mother disappears 3 days later. At level 4, you stop asking whether your hands are clean. You only ask whether the mission worked. That is the first real loss of yourself. Level 5, the station operator. At level 5, you manage the machine. 6 case officers, 11 local contacts, 3 escape routes, a $4.2 million budget that does not officially exist. People come to you for permission. Can we pay this source? Can we pressure this minister? Can we let an ally do what American law will not allow us to do? This is where corruption becomes quiet. No one hands you cash. No one says the ugly part out loud. They say regional stability. They say strategic access. They say acceptable risk. One operation gives you a choice. Arrest a weapons buyer now, or follow the money to the full network. Arresting him may stop an attack this week. Following him may destroy the supply chain in 6 months. You choose to wait. 2 weeks later, 7 people die in a drone attack. 6 months later, you help freeze $37 million and break a network across 5 countries. Headquarters calls it a success. You do too. But you never forget the 7 names. At level 5, power means choosing who pays now, so others may survive later. Level 6, the station chief. At level 6, people lower their voices when you enter the room. You do not rule the country, but ministers answer your calls. Generals ask what you know. Journalists wonder what you are not saying. Your real weapon is reputation. Everyone believes you know more than you say. Most of the time, they are right. Then comes the crisis. At 3:18 in the morning, troops move toward the capital. The president plans to arrest the opposition. The military plans to remove the president first. Both sides contact you. Washington wants one answer: who survives? You have 2 helicopters, 6 airport routes, and 37 American citizens to move. You cannot save everyone, so you rank human beings by strategic value. The opposition leader must escape. The evidence must leave the country. The president must not know too early. You delay one piece of information by 26 minutes. That is all. 26 minutes. It saves one leader and condemns hundreds of supporters. 6 months later, the president falls. History changes. No one knows your role. At level 6, power becomes invisible. And invisible power is the hardest to forgive. Level 7, the directorate power. At level 7, you return to headquarters. You no longer chase secrets. Secrets come to you. Your desk holds 31 active operations, a cyber entrance into a missile system, a billionaire funding private soldiers, an exposed asset asking for evacuation, an ally using your technology to hunt dissidents. At level 7, corruption becomes policy. You do not break rules. You help write the exceptions. A young lawyer warns you that one partnership violates American values. You ask, if we end it, who replaces the intelligence we lose? She has no answer. You win the argument, but something inside you loses again. Later that week, you approve an evacuation. There are 8 family members. The aircraft has 5 seats. You save the asset, his wife, and 3 children. You leave 3 relatives behind. You sign the order. Your hand does not shake. That is what frightens you. At level 7, you no longer feel powerful. You feel necessary, and necessary people can justify almost anything. Level 8, the Ghost Architect. At level 8, most people do not know you exist. New officers only hear rumors. You collapsed a cartel. You protected a dictator. You prevented a war. You caused one. Some of it is true. None of it is complete. Now your power is not action. It is architecture. You decide which networks rise, which governments weaken, which secrets reach the president, and which never leave the vault. One morning, 12 people wait for your judgment. A new regime is growing too fast. It has nuclear contacts, private soldiers, crypto reserves, and control over information systems in 3 regions. A direct strike may start a war. Doing nothing may create a monster. You propose an 18-month operation. Budget $960 million, 14 countries. Banks, media leaks, cyber pressure, legal traps, private intermediaries. Do not destroy the regime. Make it stop trusting itself. Everyone in the room understands. You are not moving pieces anymore. You are changing the board. But level 8 is not freedom. It is the largest cage. You know too much to retire. You carry too many ghosts to sleep cleanly. Your name is protected. Your life is not. That night, you open a new file. 22 years old. Speaks 3 languages. Student debt, $38,000. Recently approached by a foreign cultural program. Recommendation, early recruitment. You stare at the photo. The eyes are still clear. He thinks this is a career. He thinks the badge will give him an identity. You know the truth. The system will take his identity first, then it will give him clearance. You sign the file. Somewhere, a door closes behind him. On the table there is a black pen. He still thinks he has a choice. You once thought that too.